Hi everyone, and welcome to Brain Injury Awareness Week 2023. I'd like to say thank you so much to Brain Injury South Australia for having us. Like to mention that today is being recorded, so everyone's cameras and mics will be turned off, as well as also like to mention that there are actually two other sessions of the Lunch and Learns this week, so please head to the Brain Injury South Australia website and register for those later on in the week. There will be a chance for questions at the end as well, so we will be able to engage with you, and if we do miss any, we will record them and get in touch with you. I'd like to start today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connection to land, sea and community. We pay our respect to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Malachi. I work for Brain Injury Association Tasmania as part of the National Assistance Card Service. And I'm here today to talk to you about the National Assistance Card. We're going to go through what it is, features, benefits, and we'll also hear testimonials and hear from people who are card holders in the community. So the Brain Injury Association of Tasmania introduced a brain injury identification card about 20 years ago throughout Tasmania, and we had such enthusiasm nationally that we applied for a ILC project funding grant and was successful, and renamed the card the National Assistance Card to focus more on people's support and assistance instead of their disability. Rebranded it National Assistance Card and have gone nationally with it. It is a personalised card to assist people with disabilities and health conditions in the community. The card can be used everywhere in everyday situations as well as emergency situations where the card holder may need assistance or support. And we really hope and focus that there's an opportunity to expand this going forward. So who is the card for? So in December 2021, it was launched and is now available to all people in Australia living with brain injury. In September 2022, we started trialling it with the autistic community in Tasmania through a partnership with Autism Tasmania. We know that these disabilities are not easily recognised, and there's a lot of misunderstanding in the community. As an example, for instance, we know those with brain injury who may have balance or communication difficulties can often be misunderstood as being drunk. And similarly with the autistic community, we know that there is characterised by like observable differences in social communication and behaviours that again can be misunderstood within the community. We know there's a need for this card, the specific National Assistance Card, outside of those two groups. We've had a lot of inquiries from other people who are interested, and it is our hope that in the future the National Assistance Card will be available to all people with disability and health conditions, not just these two cohorts at the moment. So I want to go through and show you the benefit, like what the card is, why it is so unique. And so we start, as you can see, the front of the card. This involves a person's name, identifiable photo, and their date of birth. And this allows the card just to show the front that shows that they are a National Assistance Card holder, or as we move on to the back, they can expand that communication and have that back of the card as well. As you can see here, I live with and have a disability, so brain injury or autism at the moment. I may need some understanding assistance due to, and this is where that individual, the National Assistance Card holder, can put some of the areas that they would like support. So an example is being anxious, maybe some communication difficulties, sensory overload. You can see that it also involves and has their nominated contact person, the police assistance line in case of emergency. And you'll also notice on the right that there is a QR code. That QR code, which we're about to get into, is actually why and how the National Assistance Card is unique amongst the communication tools in the industry, and how the card is personalised. So each national assistance card is designed and created by the cardholder to create their own communication tool that is unique to the individual and unique on how they want and when they want to use it. So the QR code is brilliant because it's the first of its kind. We are including technology as a way to create a personal profile attached to your national assistance card. Instead of being limited to an iPad or a paper or just a card, the QR code function allows someone to create a profile and include additional information in the areas that they would like assistance or support. So here is an example of what a QR code profile looks like. You can see at the top there, for example, my name is Malachi. I live with brain injury. I may need understanding and assistance due to being anxious, communication difficulties, concentration, difficulties standing for long periods of time. So it allows that expansion of not just having what is printed on the card, but it allows you to create your personalized profile of what you want communicated. And if you look down here on where the yellow, we've included areas where you can expand on who and what you are and what you want to communicate. So the first one is what this means for me and how you can assist me. So you can see there that the example is I have memory difficulties. I need things written down for me. And then the second part of that profile is also, I would also like people to know, please call my nominated contact person if I ask you to, or I have a medical emergency. You can put medications on here. You can put what and how you want to communicate with someone. For instance, I need to sit down every 5 minutes. I can get sensory overload. Could you give me a quiet place to communicate? And what you can also do is, as you may notice in this section here, is actually create a video. So you don't just have to have written information. You can create a video to attach to your profile. And we've had parents who've actually made videos with their kids to kind of talk about their child and what they'd like to communicate. We know, I think about half our cardholders have actually included additional information. And even if you don't want to include that, you still have a personal profile to your QR code where you can see that there's a list of all the areas of support and assistance that you may need. And this is why the National Assistance Card is very unique. You can update this information at any point to change with your life, because we know that people, as they progress, as they grow, their life may change and their supports and the areas of assistance they may need will also change with them. So we've really wanted to create a system that allows you to expand with your supports, allows you to communicate what you would like from the community or a business. It also has the capacity to engage with support workers. You have a profile that you can pull out your card, scan, anyone can scan it on their phone, and it really gives them a bit of background about who you are. Medication's a great one. We mentioned before you could use this in emergency situations. So you could list on there, for instance, allergies or medication. Or again, a great one is like, I get sensory overload. Could you give me a quiet space to talk? So on that video format, this is Paul Pritchard. He's been very gracious to share his National Assistance Card QR code. So this is actually what he has as part of his QR code profile. And we're going to listen to that now.
Hello, my name's Paul Pritchard. I live with a brain injury and epilepsy. And what this means for me is that I'm just as intelligent as you. I just have memory and recall difficulties, but with a bit of patience, I usually remember the thread of what's going on. Sometimes, because I have a brain injury, people think I'm drunk. I'm slow to respond and I fall over quite often due to my hemiplegia. Consequently, I have trouble standing for long periods. I have word finding difficulties, especially when I'm tired. So if I have problems communicating, please just give me extra time to speak. And if I fall, it really hurts when people try and move me. So unless I'm in imminent danger or I'm already unconscious, then I should be able to get myself upright. I think what I would also like people to know is that when I have a seizure, I won't be able to remember things like what day it is or my children's name, my name, for about an hour. But I just need a couple of days rest. And finally, please just call my nominated contact person if I ask you to, or if it's a medical emergency. All right. Bye.
That's a great example, and I really want to highlight that capacity beyond just a physical card, that the communication tool has so many layers to it, where it's the front, the back, or the QR code. You can expand on what you would like to communicate it. And it's really a great example, for instance, a seizure, of saying, if I have a seizure, if I was in that situation, I can scan the QR code and know a bit more information about how to respond to that, how to support Paul. And again, the capacity for what you want to include with your National Assistance card is the individual. You can include as much as you want, as much information as you want, and change that information at any point without needing another physical card. So some of those, let's recap a little bit. So some of the National Assistance card benefits are helping that card holder communicate their unique areas of difficulty and the assistance they may need, give card holders greater independence, assist card holders to feel more confident in everyday social situations, provide peace of mind for families and carers, enhance community understanding of disability and health conditions, which is a big one, support positive community interactions with card holders. Again, a really big one. It's that bridging tool to the community, to businesses and the individual. And again, that key benefit is that every card is personalised and unique to the card holder. It's allowing National Assistance card holders to be in control of what, how and when they would like that information given. It also allows them, again, to bridge where they can show a card and you can very easily recognise the card, recognise this assistance they may be requiring, as well as the QR function to be able to expand on what they're trying to communicate. So there are many reasons a person may show you the card: to request understanding and patience, communicate their needs, an example, extra time because they're feeling overwhelmed, confused and disorientated. A great one is an individual who may not be able to divide their attention to multiple things in the environment they're in, but they can give that card and communicate using the card very concise and very easily. We've had amazing feedback. It suggests that the card is providing a very practical communication tool. It's helping preventing misunderstandings, which is that point before. The community can have a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to disability, and the card is allowing the information and education within a community setting. It is enhancing and empowering individuals, and it's allowing that fallback. You have that card as a backup at any point. I like Bridget here, who says, if I get stuck, I can hold up my card and it says on the back, here are the things I have trouble with and here's how you can help me. Again, it's empowering that person to show the supports that they want. This is Michael. Michael's been fantastic to share a little bit about his National Assistance card journey.
Hello, my name's Michael and I'm a National Assistance card holder. Having a National Assistance card makes my everyday life that much easier to handle, because if anybody looks at you and you can just show them the card straight away and it explains that why you have a problem and how it can be overcome. because it's just so much quicker than having to talk your way into and out of the situation. And on the back of the card, it has ways that people can assist you and who they can actually contact. And I have as my partner.
It's really great that Michael kind of touches base on the fact that, one, having the card highlights that he is a national assistance card holder. The back of the card highlights how he can be supported, and the QR code function enhances what he's trying to communicate. And I love his point about saying that he doesn't have to continually explain or talk. He can really show his card as a way, again, to communicate the areas of support and assistance he may need. So we're going to talk a little bit about how you can apply and then some of the community outreach that we've been doing. You need a computer, smartphone, or tablet, access to the internet, and there are plenty of how-to guides, videos for people to apply. We also recommend asking a family member or service provider to help with the application. This is more of a practical recommendation. We know, for example, recently a speech pathologist from New South Wales reached out to us and explained that she had helped 2 of her clients go through the National Assistance Card process and found that actually the process of applying is very therapeutic. And they were able to identify communication needs and guidelines, as well as that end up resulting in that communication, that functional communicational tool. So it's been fantastic to hear that the process itself really does a lot of self-reflection of what you want in the community, how you want to use that communication tool in the community. The online application is 7 steps. It saves automatically, so you can take as much time as you would like. You will need a name and phone number and email. You can also do an application on behalf of someone. So it doesn't have to be you. You can get your OT, doctor, family member to do it for you. You need a nominated contact person that impacts in areas of difficulty related to health conditions. So that's the areas that you would like support. And then you have the option to add in that additional QR code in a written and or video content. Supporting documents. So this is from a medical and allied health professional. This is really important. This ensures the success of the National Assistance Card as a community service. And it helps kind of highlight the disability and health conditions that you put in with the application, and then a photo as well. The cost of the card is $44. That is just how much it costs to print and create the card, and a replacement is $22. Again, that QR code function, so the additional information, can be updated at any point without needing another physical card. You can create another video, add more written information for your personal profile. It is important to note that the NDIS or third-party organisations will pay for the card. So if you are self-managed or plan managed, you can get them to reimburse or pay for the card. I believe it is under line item low cost technology and personal care and safety, as well as, look, if we understand that some people may not be able to afford this. So for instance, if you're not able to, we are able to actually waive the payment completely, as we really want this card to be out in the community for the people. Another really interesting highlight that I wanted to mention was that the National Assistance Card is supported by police. So what this means is that we're in the process of creating an agreement where we work with police to create a flag to your personal identity record, so we all have who we are. And what this means basically is that the police will know that you are a National Assistance Card holder. So before, I guess as I mentioned before, for instance, we know that people with brain injury who have difficulty communicating or balance difficulties sometimes get accused of being drunk, misunderstood. And this partnership allows the police to understand and provide that informed and considered response when engaging with National Assistance Card holders. It also is allowing us to help educate and train police for better practice. And it's kind of been fantastic that the Tasmanian Police Commissioner, for instance, has recently cited the National Assistance Card as best practice when he appeared before the Disability Royal Commission. So there's a really fantastic capacity that we're engaging with and training emergency services such as the police to identify and how to engage with people with disabilities in the community. So this leads us on to how to respond and community awareness. So if a card holder does show you their card, please read it. Ask the card holder how you can assist them, be friendly and respectful, and use clear and concise language. If required, you can actually scan the QR code on the back of the card to find out more about the card holder, how you can assist them, call the card holder's nominated contact person, and assist the card holder to access emergency services, for instance, ambulance and police. And again, it's that empowerment. We're allowing the card holder to be in charge of, here's what I want to communicate. Here's how you as an organisation or as a person can support me. And if need be, scan the QR code to learn more about me in any environment or situation. So part of our community awareness it's vital for the success of this card. We want businesses and organisations to know about us. And we understand that people are time poor. So we have created a complete digital library with everything that your business, organisation, service or family member needs to learn about the National Assistance Card, to understand how you can help the community become aware. Time's poor. So you can go on, copy and paste one of our social ties, put it onto Facebook and let the community be aware that the National Assistance Card has launched. And we would like more and more people to be aware of what to do when showing the card, but also if they have a family member that may benefit from this card. It also allows us to have that success. We do want to expand this. We would like this to be for all disability and health conditions because we believe this is a really fantastic initiative and a fantastic communication tool that could incorporate everyone. It is the capacity to be utilised everywhere and anywhere. And again, it just gives that, it gives the power back to the people. They have a communication tool that they can update at any stage in their life whenever they need. Look, raising community awareness is not only assist the card holder, but it benefits your business organisation. It will improve customer service. It will better inform your staff and your customers, and it will create that more inclusive society. It is a bridging tool both for the card holder and businesses. So we're going to watch a video. This is one of our community outreach videos, and it's going to go over everything that I've presented today. So if you missed anything, it will be included in this video.
Launched in December 2021, the National Assistance Card is a personalised card to assist people with disability and health conditions in the community. The card can be used in everyday or emergency situations to help cardholders to communicate their unique areas of difficulty and the assistance they may need. This video has been created to raise awareness of the National Assistance Card within the community, businesses and services, and to help people respond when shown a card. Why might a cardholder show you their National Assistance Card? There are many reasons why a person may choose to show you their National Assistance Card. These include to communicate a need, for example, extra time to complete a task or activity, or because they are feeling overwhelmed, confused, disorientated, or unsafe and require assistance. A cardholder may choose to show you the front of their card only. This means they would appreciate your understanding and patience while they communicate to you the assistance they may require. Or both front and back of their card. The back of the card lists some of the areas where the cardholder has identified they may have difficulty. The card also contains a QR code, which, when scanned, may link to additional information about the cardholder and how you can assist them. The information will be written and/or in video format. What should I do if I am shown a National Assistance Card? If a cardholder shows you their National Assistance Card, please read the card and ask the cardholder how you can assist them. Be friendly and respectful and use clear and concise language. If required or requested by the cardholder, you can also scan the QR code on the back of the card to find out more about the cardholder and how you can assist them. call the cardholder's nominated contact person, assist the cardholder to access emergency services, for example, ambulance or police. Where can I find more information about the National Assistance Card? A range of resources have been created to increase community awareness of the National Assistance Card. These are available for download from the National Assistance Card website. Become National Assistance Card aware today by visiting www.nationalassistancecard.com.au.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, everyone, today. I just want to note there, like, for instance, the National Assistance Card Service is a fantastic initiative to help our staff provide genuine and authentic support to our passengers. And you saw the film clip there at the Hobart Airport. Thank you so much for everyone who's attended. If there are any questions, you can put your hand up, I believe, in the team. So I'm not the best at technology, but if you do have any questions, put it into the chat option, or if we don't get to them, please reach out and we will get in contact with you for any questions we can answer.